Friends, in the previous video I forgot to tell you some important information about G.M. Hopkins and his famous poem Pied Beauty. So what kind of poem is Pied Beauty? Is curtal sonnet. Curtal, curtal sonnet. Sonnet is usually consisting of 14 lines, but G.M. Hopkins, okay, he introduced the kind of sonnet that is consisting of just 10 and half lines. So 10 and half lines section of the poem is called curtal sonnet. Curtal sonnet. So very important point, very important information to understand about G.M. Hopkins Pied Beauty, or G.M. Hopkins who introduced the kind of poem in his lifetime, and he was a very successful Victorian poet, very great Victorian poet, very important. So curtal sonnet, I request all of you to understand, because in the previous video I talked about the techniques and the concepts introduced by G.M. Hopkins in his poetry: inscape, instress, and sprung rhythm. But one more thing to understand about G.M. Hopkins and his poetry is curtal sonnet. Curtal, curtal sonnet. Curtal sonnet in the sense, actually 11 lines. The 11th line will be only of okay, it is entirely different from the rest of the lines. So 10 and a half lines section of the poem is called the curtal sonnet, which was introduced by G.M. Hopkins, the greatest writer of the Victorian era. Thank you.